I'm usually pretty bad at that. It says I have 0 viewers. Oh, you know what? I don't know if this has ever happened to you, T-West, where I'll hit start stream, but then I like switch tabs. But like because I switch tabs, it doesn't actually go through with the starting stream.
Oh, okay, yeah. I did in the YouTube settings, there's a button you can press to sync your YouTube with OBS. So it starts when you start in OBS. And when I press that, I think that handles that case.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I might have to enable that one. Yeah, because it's so weird because like it was grayed out, like start stream. And
yeah.
That is so weird. Well, regardless, Men-at-Arms are coming in here from Hera, and Yo is going to be well aware of this fact, and it's just going to be on him to figure out a way to stop this.
Men-at-Arms come forward. And at this point, Yo should be able simply to wall and keep himself safe. I wonder if we will see a quick arson from Hera. We do see that sometimes for the Men-at-Arms to go through houses or small walls. With only 3 Men-at-Arms, though, I don't think that's enough. I think that's more of a 4 Men-at-Arms thing. Maybe as the Japanese, too.
Yeah.
Really to punish these
with
walls.
an early bonus. Nevertheless, Hera is here, and he is ready to apply pressure. Looking for that Spearman. It is on the way. Quick archery range coming in here as well for Hera. He was able to get double bit axe. Of course, he can get all those things as the Mongols early on. And right now, Yo still is going to need to cobble together some sort of combination of units to defend here. And right now, it feels like Hera's just in such a good spot to continue applying that pressure.
Yeah, he got a nice hit on one of those scouts, too. And Yo, not looking to pick reinforcements. Hera will get that spear across without issue. Now, these Georgian scouts will heal over time. And still no forward archers for Hera. And the question for Yo now is, what do you do with the scouts? You can't engage the Men-at-Arms and the spear. And it's hard to do counterattack damage with scouts because they're so easy to do small walls around your resources and keep them out. Usually the best thing you can do is search for and try to pick off the archer reinforcements. Or you have to wait and amass enough to the point where you can fight the Men-at-Arms and just hope the reinforcements don't arrive in time.
It's a very tricky situation as the scouts player for sure. And now Yo is wandering his way across the map here. And to be fair, okay, it's because Hera isn't quick-walled yet. And then, of course, just as I say that, he quick-walls perfectly. So, so much for that concept. Still, the wood line is a bit exposed. He does have a spearman hanging around the gold miners. But I imagine with all this forewarning, Hera's not going to have too many issues here.
He does need to wall that wood line. It might be Viper-like and greedily hold it till the last second. And 5 scouts on the wood line.
Yeah, the 2 spearmen right there, I think, are going to be enough to shoo away the scouts for now. Yeah.
The hill bonus was extremely strong. If he was, say, in the opposite position where the wood line were downhill, then the scouts have a hill advantage and they can probably attack there. But with the hill, the Vils can fight back very well and wait for the spears.
Yeah. Very cleanly done there for Hera. 3 spearmen for him. There's like a spearman from Yo that's trying to get some pokes on the scout, but is ultimately being unsuccessful. Yo himself is going over to the gold, res collected, still around that 300-ish resource advantage for Hera that he's just had from the beginning of the game with the power of Mongols. And, okay, now the spearmen are a little bit out of position. But yeah, it's that hill that you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah, look at how healthy that Vil still is, over half health.
Yeah. And now the archers are showing up to us. Hera immediately going to be moving the Men-at-Arms to right by the palisade wall there. And this is just going to be getting really, really ugly really fast.
Yo trying to jump some archers on the gold by Hera's base. The spears will get a couple of pokes, but he will get some kills. At least being useful there. And at the same time, he's able to run the villagers, but not all that well. 2 dead villagers. Men-at-Arms running into some TC fire. I've seen that quite a bit.
Yeah.
In KOTD.
It's amazing how easy it is to let your Men-at-Arms take TC fire, even when you're one of these very, very best players.
Yes.
It makes me feel a little bit better. I don't know about you.
Yeah, we're seeing the effect of the berries and golds being farther from the TCs. Both players able to take engagements by these resources, whereas on normal DE Arabia, they'd be just a couple tiles closer, and that TC would be much more protective of them.
Yeah, and that villager, oh, he is avoiding death by the slimmest margin at the moment. But it's just Hera having the numbers. Got a couple units coming in here from Yo, but he's going to have +1/+1 on those archers. And right now, it just feels like Hera is still absolutely dictating the pace of the game and is even getting further ahead in resources as he gets another blacksmith upgrade.
And Scout's still running around. Men-at-Arms and archers come forward. That low HP Vil might need to run back to the opposite side of the woodline soon as Hera comes forward with more army.
And I just don't know how he fights this, man. It's just a really big old scary army here from Hera. These villagers are very trapped looking. Another one's going to bite the dust. Fletching just now coming in for Yo. But Hera still has all of those other upgrades in. He has more units. He's got like one of every flavor except a skirmisher, ironically enough.
One of every flavor. Yeah, well, just like last game, he's using everything.
Yep.
Even the starting scout.
Oh,
And
boy.
yo! Again, gold far from the TC. You get more heavily punished for mistakes like that when your vills wander their way out when they need to be hiding.
And behind this, Hera with 18 farms already. I mean, this is just getting...
And 900 more resources.
Yeah, I mean, this is getting pretty out of control pretty darn fast as Yo is simply unable to take a good fight. Hera continuing to apply the pressure here.
Oh, another Vil down. That's 6 Vil kills for Hera. Yo
sure
trying
it's
to do
6?
armor.
Oh, why did he
Well, that's what Capture Age tells me.
As that would be cheeky as Hera got another Vil kill and he just stopped attacking the Vil for some reason.
And, well, this is what Hera wants to do. Find those small ways to pull ahead, and he's kept turning that into a larger and larger advantage throughout Feudal.
Oh, still blocking with his starting scout. Guys, this is just Hera's starting scout cavalry. Yo just immediately has to tap out. And he is, in truth, quite dead. It's Hera completely dominating that game. Once again, just a Civ with an overwhelming early eco advantage, and that is brutal.
Early Men-at-Arms, 20 seconds later up, but got the Men-at-Arms with it since he added Loom. And there was nothing Yo could do with the scouts when he went forward to counterattack. Was simply defending against Men-at-Arms, and even though he walled them out, wasn't able to stop archers from coming forward.
Yeah, it just... Like, Hera himself was not ever going to take any damage at all to the scouts, whereas Yo was never able to get rid of the units that were in his base. Hera just kept on making units. He was like, he's basically started Feudal Age with more resources and more units, and was never, ever, ever letting go throughout the entire game, and that are two very decisive wins here for Hera early on.
Indeed. And that was only 18 minutes, 18:47 of game time to win. But also kind of what you expect seeing Mongols. He did what he wanted to do, taking the win before the Georgians get into their churches and their real eco bonus.
Exactly, and here we are. Going to be game number 3 in a moment, and Yo is going to be going strong here with his number 1 Civ pick. He wants a win.
He wants to go Khitans.
Let's see here. I mean,
it's going to be another 4-0.
I hope not.
I mean, if Yo's going to win, it's going to be with the Khitans.
Yeah, you'd think so.
So remind me of the patch notes recently. The Khitan pastures were changed in that they are slightly more expensive, but have more total resources on them. So it's a bigger investment, but you get more food from them. So a bit of a slower start to them, but overall longer lasting.
That is correct. Yeah, you nailed it.
Getting your pizza delivered at 2:10 a.m. That is a good pizza timing.
Oh, yes. Alrighty, guys. Here we are with the very imperious Roman theme. The only thing I like about the Civ. It will be Hera up 2-0 to the southeast in the blue as the Romans, and to the north in the red as the Khitans. It will be Yo.
Yeah, and the cute cuddly kittens, they have been the scariest Civ, and they've been banned so much, I don't think I've actually seen a game of them played so far in KOTD from what I've casted.
From what I've casted, I've seen them like a few times, and they've looked extremely strong whenever I've seen them. I mean, they really are the kingpins of Arabia these days, in my opinion. they're so good in so many situations. You can play them in scrappy, aggressive games. You can play them in boomy, passive games. And they're just going to be good at basically all stages until, like, full-blown post-im.
They'll be good with the Skirm Wars. They'll be good with the Scouts. They'll be good with their Men-at-Arms. We have double armor against double attack. Maybe that washes out at some point.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Romans are at least a very fast civ to help compete with the Ketons. And their own economy is so powerful that you'd think that, okay, that is still an area where you're not going to fall too far behind. But Hera's coming forward here to lame.
He is going forward to lame. He will get one goat, so not all that bad. Will he go for the boar? Oh, he has a Vil. He has a Vil.
Yeah,
Vil
that's what I'm saying.
Scout. And he's going to take the boar on the hill, so he takes less damage. And while Yo tries to chase with the Scout, Yo won't be seeing the villager, and Hera can be up to some mischief here.
Not too sure what exactly he's going to be able to do with the Vil, though.
He'll kill gazelles. He did this against Hart.
Oh.
Lamed a boar, killed gazelles. Hart was the Chinese and was in the Dark Age forever and dead.
Well, that is certainly the traditional weakness of the Chinese.
And while this seems to be what Hera likes doing against the super good civs, seeing if he can get some Dark Age advantage.
You're gonna find the Scout over here way at the edge of the map.
That house in the back for Hera. He's saying, you know, I don't want to waste idle time at home. I'll build my house forward.
Sure, why not?
That's some valuable property you got here, Yo.
Yes, the middle of the desert. Very valuable. Oh, you're gonna try and stop it, but of course Hera, does indeed screw up the lame a little bit there, as that boar is gonna be waddling on home.
At the same time, though, Hera's forward. He's now lamed a second gazelle, and Yo taking one far to the side. And I think that'll be the last one for Yo.
I believe so.
Yeah, looks like the last one. So Yo will have to wait for that boar to walk back. And Hera with the Vil there. Will Yo notice this? So Hera's going to wall the lumber camp in.
It's not going to do anything.
Yeah, it's not going to do anything. I don't like that. I think he needed to hide the Vil until the boar was back so he could lame it.
I mean, Hera's just being annoying here. He's still ahead in resources at the moment, somehow. And... okay, Yo is just going to be going ahead and taking the boar. Okay, yeah, this is a
Hera's
mess.
blocking. He's blocking the Vil.
Yeah, but he's doing fine, I think.
Yeah, Yo used the house and swapped Vils.
Yeah, that was very, very nicely done. And you can see at the end of the day, this is going to work out for Yo. And honestly, Yo should just go kill the Vil. I mean, she's going to need to have to wall herself in or something.
Yeah, and Hera hasn't had the cleanest Dark Age of managing his TC. You see he's throwing a Panic House up now so he doesn't get housed. And he's had a few multi-goats decaying under the TC at the same time. Oh, what's that Vil? Oh, wait, Hera, you were safe. And then you left.
I mean, there should be
Hera
no
got greedy
world in which this Vil survives. I mean, I know AoE is dumb these days with people Alcatrazing their way to victory, but in no reasonable world does this Vil survive.
Oh, there she... oh, I think he missed it.
He was on his way up, by the way, guys.
And Hera's not.
Oh, there you go.
Nope. Yeah, as good as Hera is, and as good as he is at quick walling, he doesn't quite have the same Rage Forest flank Vil walling skills that some players have.
Yeah. Very true. And Yo is on his way up to Feudal Age. Hera not quite there yet. Actually pushing in another Gazelle. Oh, no, that was a boar. It should be fine, I think.
Yeah, pretty slow Dark Age. 23 pop now. He does have Loom. So all that laming put him behind was maybe a bit late luring in his own food.
Yeah, and I'm sure this is entirely because of the Civ matchup. Hera is like, okay, I'm against Ketons. I'm already facing an uphill battle. So let's try and make the game messy and maybe I can sneak out a cheeky win. But at the moment, the lane was not successful. And this is going to be very, very tricky now for Hera, as Yo's going to be hitting Feudal Age right now, and those scouts are going to be coming in swinging.
Yep, and this is exactly what you want if you're going scouts. A bit of breathing room. Actually, where's the stable? Is he making a stable?
No, actually.
He's making pastures.
Hey, he wants to preserve his milk. He needs to pasteurize it.
I don't know. I think he needs to drink that milk fresh and make some scouts.
Yeah. No, he needs his raw milk so he can get his, all the bad bacteria in him. Well, villagers there.
He's domesticated.
Yeah.
He is domesticated. He has domestication. And
There we
barracks
go.
for Hera. So he is looking to get an eco lead. He's looking to get the eco upgrades in and get the early pastures and go for a range, not go for scouts at all.
Yeah, and I think this is an interesting adaptation. I'm sure in a vacuum, Yo opened scouts this game. But seeing how things were messy, seeing as his opponent was going to be slow up to the Feudal Age, he got the early villager kill. Yo knows he has a lead.
Yo.
Okay, that was...
Oh, why did he attack that Vil?
Yeah, that wasn't the best. And
Why is Hera doing a market?
he's not FCing, is he?
He's Romans. He'll go FC Scorps.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, one thing that Hera didn't do is scout the lack of stable. He might be thinking, I'll go spears to defend against scouts and FC with this market, but he won't be prepared for the archers that come forward then.
Nope, Hera Scout's already on basically half HP. Yo, don't you dare. Aw,
Yo.
He dared! Anyway, Yo has an archer out onto the field. Got a spearman coming in himself, and of course these pastures are going to start to really take off. Respect the stick. Who are you, Dash?
Oh, the stick.
Don't worry, I've already played stick today.
So another pasture coming here for Yo. There'll be 5 pastures for him. Cute little rugs around the pastures.
Well, rugs are always very important. Even in a nomadic lifestyle, you want to make your tents a bit more comfortable. Or yurts.
Yeah, and here's Yo forward with an archer. Hera can look to buy 1 round of food and then go up, but keeping his wood line safe then will be a problem because he doesn't have a range for skirms. And if he wants to use the stone to buy his way up, yeah, he needs to buy stone to do another tower on that wood line.
That is definitely
And
not what you're generally looking for. That said, Hera is going to be able to make it up to Castle Age without, I think, too much more hassle. No, okay. Oh, we just spent like 200 food on something, and I don't know.
Now, he queued an unqueued wheelbarrow.
Oh, okay. I'm like, where did all that food go? Yeah, Hera's going to click up here in a moment. Moral of the story, guys, Hera's on his way up to Castle Age. Actually, Yo might even be a hair
Yo...
faster.
Ooh, he is a hair faster.
And there we go. And this
And
is
Hera
looking
is a Hera slower.
He is a Hera slower, in fact. He is 1 Hera slower.
Oh, spear fight. And Yo wins.
Aw. Is that like the cripple fight? The spearmen slowly poking each other.
At least they hunker down in their animations now.
Yeah.
It's not like villager versus wolf, which feels slow these days.
Does it? I mean, it's just...
It does to me.
I mean, it's the exact same, right? Bills and wolves have the exact
There's a
same
pause,
combat
though.
stats.
Yeah, they're the same, but the animations are not continual anymore.
Oh.
They pause a bit while poking each other with
Yeah,
their
that's true.
knives or eating each other with their snouts.
Well, we have a second stable coming in for Hera, so he clearly does want to go for some knights. And I don't know about you, I thought it would be for the scorpions, right? If you're going for... It's not technically a fast castle, but it's like a fast-ish castle.
Right.
But... Oh, no, and I was coming forward. Okay. Does Hera know what he's doing?
Is it Knight plus Scorpio's coming forward? They're both going to be there.
Yeah.
Forging on the way for Yo. we'll get double the attack from that, but the Vils will be under the safety of the tower by the time that happens.
Well, Romans do get that 40% discount on their towers. Pretty OP.
Oh, wait, they do?
It's AoE 1 Romans.
Yeah, it is AoE1 Romans.
Yeah.
You got me confused there for a second. I was like, I remember they had the discounted towers, but they only had Sentry Tower. They didn't have Guard or
Yeah, it was
Ballista Tower.
pretty bad. But here we
And
are.
that was the Roman campaign. You had a bunch of flags and you had to build towers by them.
Yes. The Trajan... Was it the Trajan campaign or no? Is that the old AoE 1?
No, that was AoE1. That was
Yeah, that was the
original
Rise of Romans
Rome
one.
campaign. Yeah, so Rocket Cart now for Yo. Rocket Carts that, over time, I think consensus they're a bit better than Mangonels. I don't know what you feel about that, but I think they're a bit better.
Well, their damage against buildings without masonry is definitely better. So for like this sort of push, they are quite good. Personally, I still prefer Mangonels and the actual like Mangonel v Rocket Cart micro, but I think it's still very even.
They're pretty tricky to use because there is that slight delay where if you move them in the middle of their firing animation, they don't shoot all their projectiles.
Yeah.
So they're a bit trickier, but when you get used to that, I feel like I usually see them winning.
Yeah, they are pretty good. And they are also squishier. That is definitely the downside of them.
Very interesting to see a monk opening from the Romans, who don't have the best monks, no sanctity, against the strong light cav of the Khitans.
Yeah, gonna very much two-shot those monks. Hera is gonna have husbandry. And honestly, this could be a very good counterattack.
Ooh. Yo on that wood line, one Vil around the back. There's another weak Vil in there, and he's not walled.
Oh, no. Oh, this could be very bad. Yo is gonna, like, I don't know, need to try and go for a counterattack or something. Oh, those monks are... Oh, if this rocket cart goes down, and it's gonna go down...
Oh, everything falling apart for Yo.
What is that lack of conversion? Okay, there you go. When Hera gets an insta, what? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
He's doing such a great job of keeping the monks protected and even puts them in the tower. Insta.
Seriously. Anyway, Hera's going to add a second TC at this point, and it is going to start to look really rough. Hera's going to take the eco lead in just a second. And it's
see though, because Yo has a second TC already. He has pastures out. He's still the Khitans.
He is... Okay, there's one conversion there. That honestly feels pretty fair. But both monks still end up falling. Couple light cav are going to swoop in here. Remember, no husbandry in yet for Yo, which is... What is these instas?
Yeah, and Yo using the full stable. Steppies, camels, light cav, and converted knights.
So far, the numbers are quite even, but again, we need to reinforce the fact that this should have basically been a free game for Yo, with how bad Hera's early game was. And the fact that Yo is still faster up to Castle Age by even a little bit. But Hera just absolutely fighting his way back into this. Got wheelbarrow on
monks
the way.
Are fair and balanced.
Yeah.
The thing is, siege towers are the hard counter to monks these days.
They sure are.
So, step lancers for Yo, wandering around the outside.
And Yo is not all in by any stretch. He's adding the third TC, and I will say that if Yo was going for... I mean, he's definitely trying to go for some early Castle Age pressure. I do think that it would have behooved him to go for a second stable. I think only having the one stable really limited the amount of just units he could throw on the dance floor there against Hera.
Yeah, and Hera's monks did a great job of dancing themselves by that tower.
Yeah. Yo trying to attack from multiple angles. Yes, you're hanging in there. Oh, man.
How's Ornlu to co-cast? Ornlu is lovely.
Hello, Twest. How's Ornlu to
Oh, thank you. You're lovely yourself. As Yo trying to get A little bit more value here. Siege Workshop's gonna go down. He's the guy who has to clean it up. Too bad.
I like how Hera still has that house in the middle of Yo's eco.
Yeah.
And if Hera ever does Town Watch, it's basically a mini outpost for him.
Yep. There's even a little balcony there where the person in the house can view everything that's going on in Yo's base.
And Yo can go camels now to deal with those knights. Could open up a Scorpion Pikeman swap from Hera, somewhat like he did in the Vikings game. But for now, the camel should be enough for Yo to defend.
Indeed. Now he's
Hera's
hitting...
also picking up relics. We didn't mention that earlier, but there are 7 relics on this map, and Hera's taking the initiative with the monks and gathering them.
Yep. Both these players are generally very good about doing that, as you would expect from 2 top 5 players, obviously. Yo gets another kill right there. Hera adds in his own 3rd TC and is looking to do some pressure on the other side of the map, but these palisades, at the very least, are going to give Yo the time he needs to cobble together a reaction. Koreans pronounce the Yao as Yo. I actually didn't know that. But I guess I study Korean history in English. I don't study it in Korean.
Didn't you study Korean language too?
I did, but like the language study and the history study were, completely separate for the most part. I mean, learning a little bit of Korean was like semi-helpful in picking up on names and stuff like that, but there isn't like as much crossover as you might think.
I like how the monks are fused together.
Oh, those are 2 monks. Look, US, what are you talking about? There's just 1 monk there. Oh!
No, there are 2. There are 2.
Oh, boy. Yo is finally getting some more eco upgrades of his own, and now Ketons are really flexing that eco advantage. Hera's going to get a conversion at least on a villager, but honestly, it's not the biggest of deal because it means it's a conversion on a not military unit, and now Hera himself is going to need to skedaddle.
Yeah, and it lets Yo clean up the monks. If the monks had 2 fresh conversions to take camels, that might have actually been a difficult fight for him.
Indeed, but Hera's picking up bloodlines, he's picking up iron casting. For his part, Yo still just with +1/+1. Of course, no bloodlines available to the Ketons. And he is going to be making... Whoa, that's 4 ranges. Whoa, HCA is on the way.
And it is, and heavy cav archers, as the Ketons have, HCA available in the Castle Age and costs -50%.
Yep.
And they will have full upgrades on the heavy cav archers aside from the bloodlines that they're missing. So if they're fighting melee units and fighting from a distance, that doesn't matter. If some skirms or scorpions start coming out for the Romans, then they do get picked off a bit more quickly. But the advantage is you have them in the Castle Age.
Yeah, and I guess for what it's worth, the Keton HCA having that +1 attack is really huge against the Knights in particular. And nice snipe there on the Monk there from Yo. And now it looks like Yo is really starting to get more of a footing in this series, shall we say.
Well, we'll see how this fight goes. Hera, I think, has more Knights here. Even against the Camels, he might still win the fight until the Cav Archers come over.
Well,
they might not come over in time.
I would have preferred if Yo sent the Cav Archers forward a little bit sooner, but I think it's going to end up fine for Yo. He's got Husbandry in. He's got Ballistics in. Should be fine.
Well, Hera will take the KD lead, and that was a very awkward fight for Yo.
Yeah. I just don't know why he didn't send in the Cav Archers right at the start.
And here Hera will try to get back towards the TC. The Camel comes over.
Third stable coming in here for Yo. And he's also going to start to mine stone. Hera himself is on the 4 TCs. Eco upgrades still look quite comparable as Yo is getting pastoralism. Hera himself is going to click up to Imp, though, in just a second. Now, Yo isn't going to be probably too far behind. But notably, Hera still is on his way, and he's got his double siege workshops here.
Double siege workshops. 2025, ending the way it started, Cav Archers and Scorpions.
Indeed.
We now have siege towers, too. and more skirms, but Cav Archers and Scorpions still here.
Well, no siege towers in this particular matchup.
Not yet. A Roman Siege Tower Legionary? That probably counts as Cav Archer.
I don't know. It feels like the Legionaries are still not going to be doing all that well, but again, what do I know? I am not one that should doubt the power of the siege tower play.
Hera will be house walling himself. Don't think there's a hole anywhere, so the Cav Archer shouldn't be able to get in. And he will be up to Imp with a similar economy to Yo. And the question for Yo now becomes, how do you deal with Scorpions?
Well, your rocket carts for Ketons are basically the same as onagers. So you still more or less have onagers with siege engineers if you want to go in that direction. And you probably will need to do something in that direction because you don't have bloodlines, so your Cav isn't as good against Scorpions as you would like. Another option are going to be those mounted trebuchets, which are surprisingly quite good at sniping other siege units.
That's true, the camel trebs that the Ketons can make. I never see them, because usually the Ketons are either banned or win before that. But could be a very interesting option against the Scorpions, especially if they get bunched up.
Yeah, and did they get a buff recently? I feel like they did.
And in the transition, having heavy Cav Archer for an extra attack will help out tremendously against the Scorpions, since you'll be doing an extra point of damage to them. 2 damage instead of 1 is double the damage.
Thank you, oh master of mathematics! And yeah, I mean, that's still some good fights here for Yo, getting those villager kills here and there, but there is basically an entire Imperial Age of difference between these two players. That said, Hera can't really do all that much with Imperial Age for the time being. It's not like he can really get many upgrades. His gold income is quite poor. Getting this castle over here to the side, which is going to be helpful. But again, it's like not like the Cavalier spam is coming in. It looks like he's going to save up for Heavy Scorpion, and indeed that is going to be on its way. Certainly no surprise there. But I think this castle should come up for Yo without too much of a hitch.
I think it should too. Also, it should be over the monastery with 3 relics inside of it. And that should be a good steal for Yo if he can grab them.
Indeed, but here come the H-Scorps.
The H-Scorps.
That's what the cool kids call them.
There's gonna run some H's around Yo. That's what we did in, or not me, because I was a cross-country runner. I ran outside in the winter. But all the wrestlers, they ran H's because our high school was shaped like an H, and they ran down the hallways for their practice. Call them H's.
Oh, man. That sounds not so fun. By the way, I love the Keton Castle. You know, whatever else you say about Keton, I really like it. And it's based off of a rune as well.
Yeah, I think it's ever so slightly not proportional to other castles. Like, it needs to be maybe a bit taller slightly. Yeah. Other than that, I like it.
I like the stupas on it, though. Reflecting
What piece of the architecture is that?
Oh, sorry. That's the little stone statues, the 6 of them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're very common in Buddhism.
All right, and, well, I don't think Hera likes that architecture much because he's stripping those statues. And he's lost one of his workshops. Yo pushing forward. Hera, I don't know if Hera's going to be able to get much damage done with only Scorpions, but there will be a lot of pastures he can stop, and those Scorpions and Cavaliers get through the houses. It won't be too long until he gets in. He's getting pushed to the front. He loses his Treb, but also he's pushing at Yo's base.
Yeah, guys, Scorpions do have 6 bonus damage against buildings. They're not good against buildings, like, don't get me wrong, but they're less bad than you might think, if that makes sense.
And there is a panic castle. Yo will send his entire village to raise that castle to protect his back pastures. And the Scorpions from Hera will roll on out. I just want to see one beautiful rocket cart when they're so bunched up. One shot.
You know, for all the discussions of rocket carts, it's like we never see heavy rocket cart. And that's the fun one, is like having all of those rockets go everywhere, especially with, Chinese, Jurchens, Koreans, of course. But of course,
you'll probably see that more if we have team games.
Yeah, true. We need another Nations Cup, man.
Ooh, I think we do. We might have a USA Cup next summer.
Ooh, would that be team game?
That would be 1v1.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd
still that.
I'd still participate in that.
Okay, Hera getting raided.
Yep.
Yo coming in on the side with Cav Archers. Hera trying to go tower defense, but doesn't have guard tower. Bet he wishes he had that AoE 1 Roman's discount.
Yes, for sure. But yes, Yo's being very active here with his HCA, as he should be. And now the villager kill count is really starting to climb, and Hera's going to have to spend a lot of food just replacing the lost villagers. Now, he is on 5 TCs. Like, he can replace lost villagers, but that's still a lot of food he'd rather be spending on Cavalier, as Yo's going to try and abscond with the relic.
Yeah, his beautiful castle is destroyed.
Yeah.
Scorpions with ballistics, though, they'll hit the monk. The monk not dancing. He's not dancing, and he drops the relic.
What are your thoughts on the ballistics affecting all scorpions now?
I'm okay with it, but I think I'd prefer not having it.
Yeah. Like,
That's my thought.
it's low on the list of, like, the issues I have with AoE 2, but I feel like the unit's a little too easy to use now. Like, it's just a little too fire and
Yeah, I
forget.
agree. I agree
For
with
how
that.
powerful they can be, of course.
And it's not like it was a unit that was never used, because you saw scorpions all the time against crossbows and cav archers.
Yeah.
It was more the heavy scorpion, which was a bit more niche. But I think it's kind of good when AoE 2 has really powerful units that also don't have immediately clear uses, because then it makes you feel clever when you figure out how to use them. And now heavy scorpion ballistic feels normal instead of clever, and I think that's a bit less fun.
Yeah. Especially when you have
that's my
civs that
thoughts
have
about that.
otherwise powerful scorpions like the robots.
Yeah. And here come the camel trebs.
Yep. If you guys are still confused by
And-
this unit, which is totally understandable, think of it as like
they're bunched up?
Ooh, wait, yeah, those units are very bunched up. They're more specifically anti-personnel or anti-siege units than bombard cannons, and they're actually quite bad against buildings. But they are very good against other siege units, and they're pretty decent against like archers and bunched up infantry and stuff like that. Kind of underrated, honestly, and they're all a lot faster than bombard cannons, of course.
They don't have the biggest blast width, but at least they can do some damage against the scorpions.
And you can see they are starting to run away here. They also have that lingering fire damage, remember. Oh!
Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what I've been waiting for
Yep.
on the Scorps. Finally taken down by the camel tribs.
Oh, man.
And I think that's it. I think
Hera-
that's going to do it.
I mean, he does snipe the castle, but Yo still has another castle on Hera's base, and Yo now 60 pop ahead. That is fun to see, the power of the mounted trebuchets.
-3 tribs for Hera. Feels like this is a specialized anti-scorpion unit.
They're also good against trebs and bombard cannons and onagers. I mean, they're good against all siege units.
Yeah, but Bombard Cannon outrange them. They should be able to play dodgeball. Onagers are, I think, just overall more powerful. Scorpions, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Scorpions go down.
Yeah, they're very good against bunched up archers or skirmishers. Not very good against buildings, though. That's their big downside.
Wait, a siege unit that's good against units and not against buildings? Where have I seen that before?
Well, Hera's made a bunch of them. But Hera's not given up yet, and of course he is probably the hardest player to actually finish off in a game. And Yo is about to lose another castle. There's 2 trebuchets working there from the high ground. Murder holes coming in here from Yo, but Hera's just running out of population. Yo with north of 100 villagers killed. Oh, Yo really should save the castle. Okay, he will. Barely. Masonry saves the day.
Murder holes for Yo.
Yeah. Hera has one army.
Camel tribs can be healed by monks?
Yeah. Same with Ballista elephants. right?
Oh. Yeah, I didn't realize. But the camel tribs are made from the siege workshop, though. They're actual siege units.
Yes, they are.
Do you need redemption to convert them? I guess not, then.
No. That's all consistent.
Masonry, the best 150 food, 175 wood you'll ever spend.
That's an old command on my stream. Back when players still didn't research masonry all the time. I'm like, guys, you need to research masonry.
And now they do.
Yeah.
A tech that has had no changes ever made to it, but has become far more researched these days.
people just realizing it's not expensive and it helps a lot.
Does help a lot.
Anyway, Hera is still playing very well, mind you guys. Like, expanding to the side of the map, trying to get those extra resources when he can. He was still trying to pick up relics. Like, all of this is still very well done from Hera. But, Yo... And you can just see how much more comfortable in a game against Hera Yo is when he's not falling super far behind early on.
Yeah, now Hera has a TC in the middle of nowhere on stone, but Yo should be able to take that out rather quickly. He's going to castle himself in the area.
Yeah, Trebuchet immediately on the way. And there we go.
Yeah,
GG call.
GG.
No sweeps today.
I was going to say, he doesn't have a base anymore.
No. Yeah,
well, I mean, you never know. Vinch might sweep Viper.
Well, okay, that's true. But I'm not able to cast that series, so that might as well not exist for me.
Ooh.
No, but honestly, that was a game where, like, yeah, Ketons were really insane, but Romans are also super good, and that felt like that was more about Hera really trying to pressure early game with the Dark Age stuff that wasn't especially successful. And although it didn't, like, win Yo the game, it put him in a situation where he wasn't super far behind. And it feels like, again, like, that's just the difference there for Yo.
Yeah, and even when Hera was able to push a bit, Yo was already far enough ahead that he took some damage, but still was slightly ahead.
Yeah.
And the Camel Trap, of course, came in super clutch.
That was fun to see. And yes, although it was the #1 pick for Yo, it was Hera's #3 pick, so... I mean, it is technically like a draft advantage for Yo, but not a significant one.
I think it's pretty significant if it's Catans.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Hera has used mostly his top civs so far, hasn't touched the Persians yet. I guess same could be said for Yo using his top 2.
And we have an interesting matchup coming up here, T-West, in a minute. No, Hera was not trolling. I think that Hera thought he had a rough Civ matchup because it's Ketons, and he tried to do something a bit cheeky in Dark Age, and it didn't pan out.
Yeah, and it's exactly what worked against Hart when Hart had Chinese. So he went for it. Now, I guess if he goes to the finals, people are probably aware of that. If Hera laming tendencies with the bad Civ matchups.
Exactly. All right, guys, 20 seconds, and we will be getting into game number 4. But Yo getting that win there is super important. You want to get the win with your #1 Civ pick, right? That's just how that works.
Indeed. You want to get a win with all your Civ picks.
Well, yeah, but some more so than others. Anyway, I'm gonna get some coffee. Be right back.
All right, Ornlu getting close. What's your scene so your chat sees the TC?
I did.
Hera
I even put it on
playing.
Follow the Scout Cavalry.
Ooh, using those Capture Age Pro features.
Oh, yeah.
So Hera will be the blue Ethiopians to the northwest. Yo, the red Hindustanis to the southeast. And it was super good back gold for Yo with that back wood line. His berries are a bit exposed. And the rug report, there are duplicate red rugs for Yo. And also duplicate rugs for Hera. 3 yellow rugs, 2 red ones. We don't have all individual rugs for any player, unfortunately. Imagine both go unique units. Showtails should wreck Gulams. Absolutely wreck them. I imagine that full Ethiopian Arbs would be difficult for the Hindustanis to defend with how fast they shoot. Usually the Shiitake hand cannoneers are fairly decent even against Arbs with all the range they have, but probably not against Ethiopians. How can you be in the game? EA Sports, it's in the game. Torsion Engines time? I would love to see Torsion Engine Siege Onagers in a 1v1. That'd be amazing. Imagine them flattening some Shiitake hand cannoneers. Anyone getting their engines torsioned today? Let's see, what's Hera doing with his scout since Ornlu's following? He's just scouting. back of his map is actually really nice. Berries and a gold in the back. His main gold a bit exposed on a hill. There is a wood line near it he could maybe use to wall, but kind of awkward for him. I do like... Oh, yo, he's doing it again. He's doing it again. I was going to say I liked his Lumber Camp plus Gold combo, but he's doing the double Gazelle push again. Ornlu's following the wrong scout. Yo's scout is the one getting all the action. Hera's scout, he is pushing in one Gazelle right now. Oh my gosh, Ornlu can only imagine the micro, the precision of the double Gazelle push. There it goes in for Yo. One followed right by the other. Perfect in towards the TC. Right around that straggler and in. There he goes. Oh, the majesty and glory of the double deer push. And Civ-wise, I'm not sure which I prefer. We talked about the fun of the torsion engines, but we don't usually get there in a 1v1.
All right, I'm back.
All right, you missed the double deer push again.
Oh, no.
Well, which scout were you following, Hera's or Yo's?
Hera's.
Oh, you followed the wrong scout.
Oh, no. I have chosen poorly.
You only saw a single. You saw a single deer push.
Oh, no, it's Hera's fault.
Makes
He's
that
the
look so
lobby
easy.
host,
He
and I
does.
automatically defaulted to his point of view. Anyway, have you talked about Ethiopians? Because I love seeing Ethiopians.
Yeah, we talked all about torsion engines already.
Oh, that's a fun one. Man, it's... You know, I'm thinking of maybe just doing a video dedicated to power creep, but Ethiopians are one of those civs that, like, I don't even think they need any changes. They're really fun and unique, but we just never get to see them.
We don't see them because they're well balanced.
Exactly.
Right? There are civs that are too powerful, but Ethiopians are very well balanced.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you nerf some of the very top performing civs, then I think we see Ethiopians more often, and then we can see, you know, a civ with real strengths and weaknesses.
Oh, did Sato? I heard Sato had a complaint video. I meant to
Yeah.
watch it, but didn't
I
because
haven't
my
seen it yet.
internet was on fire.
Yep. Anyway, guys, Hera's on his way to Feudal Age. He's just going to be going with a Men-at-Arm Rush on what would be 19 pop. And Yo is coming forward with Hindustanis?
Cheap Vills? Good eco for a forward, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's the power of the cheap Vills, right? It's a bit different than the civs you're talking about, like Vikings and Persians, who just kind of get ahead in economy without having to do anything. Because you don't really get ahead in resources as Hindustanis, you just get those saved resources over time. But it's still so flexible, so it's still a very good bonus.
Forward barracks, and he's not doing the barracks anywhere near Hera. He wants Hera completely to miss scouting this and walk past it with his men-at-arms. And oh, look, Hera sending a Vill forward too. Again,
Ooh.
Hera with the forward Vill. Just like that Berber's Vikings game.
Indeed, and that was very successful for him in game number 1. But yeah, Yo scouted very well where Hera was and all of his important resources. He scouted the wood, forage bushes, and gold. So this is a very intentional location of the barracks. That said, Yo is going to need to make sure he doesn't die on the other side. His wood line's already completely walled in. We have the foundations of some quick walls in here for Yo, but he still have to be super careful.
And Hera will go for a forward range. Yo going for a forward range too. Maybe an awkward position for Yo in terms of the berries and gold. Both are in the back and not pressured immediately by the range, but still in a good spot to hit the wood line. I'm so used to seeing those stray dog forwards on Arabia where he goes straight for the berries.
Yeah. And like historically, I do think that's the best way to go about things, but builds are kind of different these days. And players are just not focusing on the forage bushes early on as much. But yeah, Yo's still going to be coming in with his skirmishers. Hera, for his part, is going to be making a forward archer. This is extremely reminiscent of game number 1. Yeah.
And Yo still has not scouted the forward range.
Oh, and Hera got a poke in.
Yo, I don't think Yo should run the scout over to that stuff, because now Hera will see the houses and know Yo's forward. Well, he'd see the Vills anyway, I guess. Yo's fighting on the wood line with the villagers. He's fighting with the Vills.
Yeah, he is. And it is already getting very messy for both players, because now an archer is on the other side of the map. Now, Yo only has 2 villagers on the forage bushes. So, and Hera himself has already lost a villager, so I mean, this is just getting really, really messy. Yo has a low HP villager himself, but he's gonna need to be able to micro back appropriately, which he does not. And okay, Hera loses one, but then Yo loses. Oh wait, that's the villain on the other.
No.
Okay, now
Okay,
both
he
players have lost too. Oh my goodness.
But think about this. It's cost efficient to trade evenly for the Hindustanis since they have cheaper vills.
Yes, the classic Lord Farquaad strategy. Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. It is indeed
And
wood
Yo
denial time.
continuing. He likes this pressure on the wood line, has the spears mixed in. And he's getting more kills. This is nice for him. Ooh, low HP Vill for Hera, 1 HP.
Yo's got it.
Skirms, pick it off.
Yo's going to lose another Vill himself, though. So it's still +1 in overall villagers killed for Yo, but this is what you're talking about, you know, the cheaper Vills for Hindustanis, 0 seconds idle TC time for Yo, whereas we already have over a villager worth of idle time for Hera, and that is just going to be good for our red player. Defensive tower finally forced up.
And the key so far for Yo is that he has been able to defend using walls for the most part. Hera had that Ethiopian's extra resource boost that he spent on the men-at-arms, but hasn't gotten as much value from the men-at-arms as Yo has just from being forward without anything other than vills.
Indeed, but now Yo's actually really struggling for food income, and this is, you know, the result of denying those forage bushes. Even Hindustanis can't deal with that forever. Also, Yo is never able to pick up double bid axe, whereas Hera was. And now things are actually looking really ugly for Yo. He has no resources. Oh no.
He has to bring his skirms back. And if he can clean the army, maybe he's okay, but he just lost that mill. He'll need to add that back if he wants to take the berries again.
But now Hera's fine. You know, the back forage bushes do help out a lot. He completely moved his bills off gold because he just didn't need the resource, which I think was really smart. Because you just sort of need all hands on deck to gather food and wood just so you can sustain your own economy at this point. Bit annoying right there. That said, Yo could easily pick up at least a couple of those archers.
Ooh,
One.
gets one. That's nice. Force Hera to keep running around with the men-at-arms. Whittle down their HP over time.
And Yo just continuing to push out across the map. Yo will, of course, rebuild that mill. You want to take the forage bushes. You want to be able to get horse collar sooner or later. Although, again, you still don't have double bid axe, and that is such an important upgrade to pick up now for Yo. I really hope he hasn't forgotten it.
Yeah, if you look at Hera's eco, he looks like he might be thinking of the Castle Age soon, sending vills out to gold. Maybe he's doing a stable. Maybe he'll be doing scouts instead. Might be a bit before he clicks up still, but his farming is smooth and his berries are in the back.
Yeah, the res difference is already feels like it's kind of getting out of hand, honestly. Hera 400 ahead. Even if he makes a couple scouts here, at this rate, he is going to be faster to Castle Age and not by an insignificant margin. Even the scout kill there is nice for sure, but again, it just feels like having double bid axe, having the more efficient economy, it's really going to pay off for Hera in the near future. And indeed, not actually going to make anything out of the stable, at least not yet.
And 4 vills forward will, of course, hurt your economy quite a bit too. And it's a 500 res collected difference so far. Yo would really like to pick off the rest of this military from Hera.
He would, but even if you kill all of these units, it doesn't seem like Yo's going to be able to get any counterattack damage done, and he's still going to be slower up to Castle Age, and he's going to be behind in economy. So where do you think this whole plan really sort of unraveled for Yo? Was it just the defense at home?
It felt like there is that moment where he was okay, but then he ran out of resources, and in that transition, Hera took what probably should have been a Vill lead for Yo and turned it around.
Yeah, I think it's like that minute of idle time where you also didn't have many villagers working, and that's where the dying the forage bushes when all of your other food resources runs out. And it just seems like that has been a huge issue for Yo. Now, it's not like Yo is dead in the water, but it's hard to imagine him, again, finding a way to get an advantage right now. Hera continuing to wall himself in. Yo continues to be very exposed. And he's going to be going on to stone with 5 villagers. Looks like he might want some gulams.
Okay, well, what if Hera, Chat had said this earlier, what if he goes Shotel Warriors to counter the Gulams?
Do Shotels counter Gulams?
They should, right? They're a strong melee unit.
That is true. I don't actually... It's not one you see very often because, again, Ethiopians are way too balanced of a civilization to see often. Anyway, we're looking at around a minute difference in Castle Age time. Yo, still missing any eco upgrades to speak of. And Hera's gonna swing
like he still had, or that Hera still has a good stable transition here, like he did in that Vikings game, even though it's not a civ you normally think of for a growing cav.
Yeah, no bloodlines for Ethiopians, although you do have husbandry, which is still helpful.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion, I'm agreeing with Grumpy Pirate. Shotels would slaughter the Gulams. Slaughter them.
You would certainly think so.
I do think so, certainly.
Yeah. All right, Horse Collar now coming in for Yo as well. Hera with a few scouts here to be able to apply a little bit of pressure, but Hera's going to get Castle Age. He could add a TC. I mean, he could take this game in any direction he really wants to. He has a big lead, 10% more resources collected. Yo going to try and rush up a stable here at home as he sees all the scouts. Monastery for Hera. Still hasn't really committed to anything yet, though.
Hera pulling ahead in score. And oh my gosh, that res collected. And this is every single Hera game. Yep. It feels that it looks even if you look at the Vil count, but he's ahead by 800 resources.
It's why I firmly believe that Hera wins games on macro far more than he ever wins them on micro or decision making. Which isn't a knock against Hera. It's really impressive that he's able to do that. All right, a couple more villagers killed here, and this is all very, very good for Hera, as he doesn't really care about any of these units individually.
And camels for Yo now. Crossbows for Hera. And crossbows should be a unit that's pretty good against the Hindustani camels. Or against camels in general.
Yep, crossbow and pop out of the archery range right there. Yo is about ready to drop a castle. Where is he going to put it down, actually? Okay, it's kind of at the front of his base. And there's squires and scale mail armor, so clearly does want to be working towards those Gulams. Second TC coming in for Hera, though. He already has a huge eco lead, and he's going to look to extend it even further.
And where are these skirms coming? The scouts are still running around. Camels will give chase.
I don't know.
Oh, the micro.
Yeah.
Hera just killed 3 skirmishers with crossbows.
Yeah.
Oh, remember when Yo had an army there?
Yeah. Good times. Good times. And the thing is, the gold miners are extremely exposed, and Yo's gonna have to buy another watchtower. Oh, man. The only way Hera loses this game is if he underestimates the Gulam, so we get to see the Ethiopian church as well.
I think the only way Hera loses this game is if Gulams are better than they actually are.
The Gulams are good, but they're not.
I don't think their conquistador win a game from this situation. Good.
Exactly. Very few units are, to be fair. Yeah. Yeah, the Hindustani castle looks very nice.
Well, it's just the old one, right?
No, Dravidians have the old one.
Oh, really? I thought this was the old one.
Nope. No, it's got the Islamic dome on it. There's the old Indian castle is a South Indian castle, so makes sense it was for Dravidians.
And ooh, conversion from that monk on the camel.
Yeah, it's gonna go down though, so nothing too wild. Hera just adds in a third TC, and again, Hera is just super, super, super far ahead. Yo, not able to get +2 defense for his Gulams, which I'm sure he'd really want. Get that 5 pierce armor. And he is still mining a ton of stone, so Yo recognizes he's not going to win this game on economy, so at least there's that going for him. But Hera already starting to mine stone himself, and again, there is no practical area of this game in which Hera is behind.
There is no theoretical area of the game where he's behind either.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Actually, who has the better map exploration? It's still Hera. Darn it.
Let's see that. Yeah, he does. He does.
Oh, Yo adds a
And
T.
quite a few crossbows.
I don't think this is a game-winning play for Yo.
Yeah, not at all. Oh, conversion comes in. Gulam goes down to the crossbows. They have the hill advantage, and Yo doesn't have the second armor, so the crossbows will still do decent damage to the Gulams.
Yeah, this isn't gonna be pretty here at all.
Yeah, this is a game-maintaining play for Hera, not letting Yo get an advantage with his army.
And once again, I mean, it's a feudal age that Hera just finds himself with a huge lead in, and the one game that Yo has been able to take so far has been when Hera basically shot himself in the foot early on. And it just really seems like Yo is just not able to compete with Hera in the feudal age specifically.
Will Hera snipe a low HP Gulam? Yes, he will. And then turns around.
Only a 10 villager lead, but 3,000 more resources. Again, most players, like, even in Hera's position, would be like 1,000 more resources ahead. It's wild.
Yeah, only 30 minutes into the game, he's super far ahead and doing a defensive castle himself, securing another gold and a wood line. And looking at his resources, doing gold mining right now, he's getting close to going up to Imp as well.
Yeah, this is pretty brutal here for Porio. Already had a very successful series, though, against ACCM. I mean, like, still a top 4, I think, is probably the baseline of where Yo wants to make it in the tournament, especially if he runs into Hera in the semifinals. But I think at this point, I have not really seen anything that convinces me that Yo's actually going to win a best of 7 here.
Yeah, he's trying to break in, but Hera's ready to wall him out. And Yo did win against Hera in Medieval Masters over the summer, which was a fairly standard set of maps. So, you know, he can be competitive against Hera.
But how much, again, with Hera and the fact that Hera doesn't really prepare for any tournaments unless they're huge, it seems. Like, how much of a difference? Oh, jeez. Salt the wound right here.
Oh, there he is on the TC. I mean, it's not like that was a strange set of maps that took a lot of preparation.
No, that's true.
It was very, very standard, all DE things. And same thing with the Sax Cup that he lost. It's one thing to lose a Wandering Warriors Cup where he didn't prepare for it, but it's another thing to lose an Arabia tournament.
Yeah,
I don't think... Yeah, preparation matters, but not to the same extent for custom maps that you have to prepare builds for.
Yeah, definitely. The Sax Cup tournament was like one of the craziest tournaments we've had in a very long time.
Yeah, that was crazy to see the Arabia tournament completely the opposite of this one, filled with upsets where we have, other than Daniel Sorakuma, not really had an upset here.
And again, the Daniel Sorakuma upset is a lot less interesting when, at the end of the day, either we're going to get bopped in the next round, which is exactly what happens. Or what happened.
Oh, we have the Showtails. We have Showtails versus Galams. We have it, Ornlu. We have it.
There we go.
All right, they'll go through the house, no problem. Look at them go.
Nom 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 nom. Unfortunately, they don't have any bonus damage versus buildings natively, just with arson.
Well, they have enough attack.
Yeah, they do have 16 attack. Gaslight Showtails with 2 more attack than a champion.
Yeah, so that's 16 base attack versus 9 base attack. And yeah, they do a bit of punch through melee scorpion-like. Okay, here we go. Will Yo fight? He will. Will he get massacred? Oh, look at the Showtails go. Look at the Showtails go.
There we go. That's what we want to see from Showtails, right? This is a matchup they should do extremely well in.
All those corpses decaying. And eco upgrades coming in. Heavy plow for both of them. Bowsaw finally for Yo. He hasn't had Bowsaw for a while. He's still struggling to hold on, even with 5 Hindustani TCs pumping out Vills. Hera with a 23 Vill lead.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close to the point where you can just camp Showtails underneath TCs to kill them.
Is 12 enough?
I don't think 12
maybe
is
if
enough.
they had Iron Casting.
Or I guess Yo doesn't even have fletching. But maybe if they were all like all
yeah,
full
that's true.
HP.
Well, no fletching, and they have 2 pierce armor, so they do hold up a tiny bit. Imp on the way for Hera, and maybe Yo calls GG once Imp comes in, if not sooner.
Yeah, I think so. Another completely dominant game from Hera.
It's one thing if Yo would have Shiitake Hand-Cannoneers to deal with Shotels, but that is a long ways away from him at this point.
And by the time Yo gets to them, Hera's already going to have fully upgraded Ethiopian Arbalests. Herbal medicine.
Herbal medicine to heal the Shotel warriors.
The units that have 45 HP.
Probably would have been better to spend the herbal medicine cost making more Shotels.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll have enough anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Round two?
Yeah.
No, Yo can't fight that.
Yo clicks up, but again, he's just too far behind. 5th favorite caster? I thought I was your 3rd favorite caster, Klavskis. Oh, no.
That's Klavskis.
We're just falling off a roof here.
A very appropriate thing to do at this time of year. Be careful with your decorations, Ornlu.
That's true. Thankfully, we're all done decorating.
That sounds like a very Midwestern thing, too, falling off the roof decorating for Christmas.
Yeah, that is very Midwestern. I am not going to Red Bull. I don't know about UT West.
I've bought tickets to go.
All right, then you're going.
I might make a mini vacation out of it.
Cool.
Okay, camping the TC. Camping the TC.
Yeah.
And that'll go down. Now, good patrol turn around for Hera. Is that an admin loss? He just patrol stacked Shotels.
Only way Yo's winning this game. 8,000 more resources for Hera. Like, again, it's just crazy how far this guy gets ahead in economy.
Oh, game is paused.
That's an odd one.
All right, let me see. Does Hera need to check the tech tree again? Oh, it was Yo saying, sorry, go.
Anyway, the Elite Shotels are going to come in. They don't get that much more attack, but they do get some extra HP, which is nice. And they get, like, the almost instant train speed. They get the old effect of Royal Airs basically baked into the unit with the Elite.
One Shotels. They're going for another TC.
And now you get the old Shotel
That
look.
thing go down.
They're one of the few unique units that didn't get a new Elite version, but instead used the old model for their Elite version, and then they got a new Castle Age one. And with Ballista Elephants. Okay, that... Okay, it's still GG. Gulams can still be very good, though.
Well, Hera lost the Gulam, or lost the Shotels, but did snipe TCs with them. And, while he was sniping TCs, there was also a Doubt Castle.
Oh. Or whatever. It really didn't
There was
matter,
also a Doubt
guys.
Castle. He was massacring 2 groups of vills with Shotels at the same time.
Yeah. Doubt Castles are significantly less exciting, guys, when they literally make no difference either way. I mean, that is Ethiopians getting the win over Hindustani, so there's a nice draft win for Hera. And he is 1 game away from moving on to his, 18,000th Grand Finals in a row. And, and he just wants to put the boot on the neck of Yo here with this potentially final Civ matchup.
Hold on. I need to get out of the game. And does that mean he's going for the Persians?
No, he's going for the Parthians.
Will he research the tactics
Indeed.
in the Castle Age? Why does it say Hera's team is White Wolf Palace on the dashboard?
I guess they didn't update it for a while.
Hera's too good. Maybe other people just could improve. So, okay, this is one heck of a Civ matchup. The number one Civ
Yeah.
for Hera, the last Civ for Yo. Persians, Bulgarians.
Yep.
Think we'll see Persian longswords?
I don't think Hera wins with Persian longswords. Like, Hera is overall a better player than Yo, but we've seen that, like, Yo can still beat Hera so long as he doesn't fall too far behind in Feudal Age. It's just really hard for that to happen because every game goes to Feudal Age.
Every game does go to Feudal Age. Unless it's maybe Hera versus Matza.
Yeah. Hera's still dominating everything? Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of weird because Hera's, it's not like he's so comically better than everyone else in, like, every aspect. It's just Hera's, like, 10% better in most aspects.
Alright, so Yo will be the red Bulgarians to the northwest. Hera, oh my gosh, Hera's done it. Not only is he the blue Persians to the south with the number 1 versus number 9 Civ pick, but he has all the rugs, building his house over that rolled up red one, but he has all 6 of the different rugs.
Oh, he has assembled all the rugs.
He's assembled all the
rug
rugs.
win. Yeah, boy. Yo, meanwhile, only has 3 different types of rug.
Yeah, Hera's rugs are far superior.
Indeed. Anyway, Bulgarians versus Persians. The thing with Bulgarians is they're not bad.
They're Bulgarians.
They're just...
Yeah, they are.
They're just not as
They're bad.
overpowered. I'm trying to
bad.
be charitable.
No. There are some civs that are overpowered. Then there are some civs that are well balanced. And then there are Bulgarians.
The issue with Bulgarians is that there are so many civs that have similar archetypes that are just better. Like, why pick Bulgarians when you could pick, you know, Slavs or Georgians or even Slavs are
Armenians.
Yeah.
And they have good cav archers if you go Bulgarian CA. That can legit be a thing. They could go longswords and siege towers. That could be a thing.
It is true.
Have great rates on low elos. The free men-at-arms are basically free wins on low elo.
And there's still a cavalry civ, so
Yeah.
it's any civ that specializes in cavalry, especially knight cavalry specifically, is going to be good on low elos.
They're a top 50 civ.
Yeah.
Give them mangonel line ballistics. I wonder, does that make it even harder to dodge mangonel shots because you always know you can move at the right time?
I have no
Or
idea.
easier?
I don't
guess you
even know
still
what that
attack
would look
ground
like.
anyway.
Day
Oh,
cavalry.
yo, once again, look at what he's doing on there. He's going for the double mouflon push.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh no. And he's giving up on it. Well, he can try it again. But okay. Horrible start for Yo. He didn't get the same rugs that Hera did. He doesn't get the double mouflon push. He doesn't have food under his TC for a moment as he's luring in the boar. What do you think about that, Ornlu? Should you be taking a goat instead of a straggler tree, even though you'll have some decay? I think you want the food in the Dark Age.
Yeah, I don't think it matters that. I like if it's only that much of a difference, then it's still probably fine here for Yo, so long as he can sustain build production. And actually, no, he's using it to build an early barracks as well, so don't think it matters too much. And it's pronounced mangonel.
Maybe.
So it's the second one, mangonel.
Then it does get a bit harder for affording the militia, though, early on if you don't have the food.
Yeah, that's true. Persians have the civ advantage on Arabia. Do you forget the
Yes.
Kingdom of Bulgaria stretching across the Fertile Crescent? I study history. It was definitely a thing.
Also, let's look at the relics for a moment on this map. It's a 5 relic map, and they're all to the southwest.
Oh.
There's 1 to the corner by Yo, 1 to the very bottom of the map, and 3 between the players. It's a slight advantage for Hera overall.
Yeah, I guess so. But if it gets to the point in the game where players are making monks, so, early to mid castle age. Chances are it's probably going to be pretty over one way or the other here.
Is Hart on a top 4 to 6 level now? He's probably on a top 12-ish level. I don't know if he'd be a top 6.
I'd probably put him top 8. I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't put him top 4.
No.
And 6 might be pushing it, because I'd still think Vinchester clearly up there. We have the other
ACCM
Viper,
as well.
Leary, Hera, Yo. Yeah, ACCM hard. Maybe I'd slightly favor ACCM. I think that's very map pool dependent, though.
Yeah, that's true. But I like the flexibility that ACCM has.
Yeah, same with Tato.
Tato, I have
Map
no
pool
idea, because he just
dependence.
doesn't seem to be in the best shape these days.
No, he doesn't. But Hera will wall in that Vil by the mill, dealing with the 2 militia drush from Yo.
And guys,
Yo
this is
adding
likely
in Loom.
the build trademark. So it's 2 militia into 2 more militia on the way to feudal age into men at arms.
And makes absolute sense for the Bulgarians to do that, since they will get the free men at arms
Oh,
upgrade.
come on. Just Hera spam clicking right there. Oh,
Looking
real.
like Viper.
Oh my god.
Oh no, he does it again.
Oops, I did it again.
You ever play the Tamerlane campaign with the Britney Spears music?
No, I did not.
Oh, that's a good one from the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Is that Vil going to win the scout quite handily, and it's not even close?
Well, yeah, because the villager was punching the scout before the scout was actually pushing back.
I guess that's fair.
Anyway, Hera just
So
gonna
Hera
build the
goes for
archer
range.
I mean, this is
Yeah.
this feels DOA here for Yo.
Should the Cumans be good on Arabia? Cumans are... I don't think they've been played once in KOTD, when Mem showed me some stats the other day. So apparently not.
Yeah, there's no reason to pick humans on this version of Arabia, because it's just so unlikely that you can get the 2TC boom off, and if you're not 2TCing with humans, well, what are you even doing?
You're doing cheap military buildings at the start of the game.
Yeah, but again, it's like, is that the best thing you can do? Or I mean, it's like best you can do with humans, but are there not other civs that are better in general? And the answer to that is yes.
Well, here come 3 more men-at-arms as a follow-up. Yo will try to free the trapped men-at-arms that are being hounded by that archer. And Hera will repair the gate to keep them trapped.
Unfortunately,
And also,
we can't
since
see
he,
how much damage the gate
since
is
he
taking.
knew he was going to keep that trapped, he swapped the archer to target the outside man-at-arms and only swapped back to the inside one after they ran away.
Oh boy. This is rough, guys. 3 kills, 0 deaths. Hera has an eco lead. He's just playing extremely safe. And it's just all those quick walls. Which I personally don't like. I think the degree to which people are just quick walling everything is just kind of silly.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I know, it's...
It's fun. I think it's fun. Now that's what the game needs with auto farm and auto scout. It needs more things where you actually play the game.
I'd just rather take away auto farm and auto scout.
I would too.
Oh boy.
And it needs more gameplay features. That's the type of thing you get from AoE 2 that you don't get from anything else in AOM, AoE 3, that 4th game. You don't
That
get
4th game!
as much gameplay, where you actually have to micro the units.
Yeah.
AOM, do you ever get the feeling that AOM units don't feel as responsive as much
Yes.
as they have better pathfinding?
Yes, absolutely.
It's a weird thing, but they
Especially,
don't respond as well.
especially archers and cavalry do not feel very good to control. Cavalry
They
have
don't have
that
the
like
same weight to them.
yeah. I think the attack sounds are also not as good. Like AoE 2 just has better attack sounds than AOM does. That helps the units feel more weighty.
They're very punchy.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, Hera hasn't lost a unit yet.
You might kill skirms with archers. Look at this micro. Oh, yo, poor yo.
Yeah, this is just sad.
Microing his heart out. At least he got an archer.
Yeah. Oh, he got a second archer.
Alright, well, 9-2 now.
Padded archer armor coming in here for Yo. Oh, man.
Well, he trapped the archers, but who's trapped in with whom? That's a very low HP skirm.
Yep. Is that the main feature of today? I have no idea how they... Oh, because of the other archers coming in. I mean, I guess that is correct from Yo, but yeah. Oh, don't... He's going to get the Vil there.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Okay, that is very well done from Yo.
See, you gotta believe. But at the same time, Yo's gold is super far forward. And Hera can harass that with archers too.
Not even playing and you feel frustrated by this? Yeah. Market coming in. Stable now for Hera. Obviously just to use all the skirmishers. Yo, with a ton of Vils on gold and nothing to spend that gold on.
Isn't AoE 3 the fourth game if we include AOM? It's... Yeah, it is. Then AoE Online would be the fifth game.
We do not speak of it.
I tried to play it once and it didn't work and I never played it.
Yeah, no, the servers were already down, like, way before DE came out.
Ooh, low HP Vils for Yo on the gold. TC. Oh, Hera running into the TC again.
Yeah, Hera going a little too wild here. Again, I don't really think it matters. He's just going to go double stable knights and immediately win the game. Oh, boy.
That auto quick wall? No auto quick wall. We already have rotatable gates, and those are powerful enough.
Honestly, rotatable gates is just a quality of life feature that I think is a good one.
Yeah, Viper versus Vinch next, yes.
Yes. I cannot cast it, but I assume you are?
I will, yes.
Okay, I'll throw my viewers over to you. Vinch has a good chance.
I think Vinch is the favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I think Vinch is looking really good. $17 Vils on gold here for you. What on earth is he trying to do?
He's gonna use them, but does he have a market? He does have a market.
Yeah.
What's he gonna... Yeah. Double workshop when he gets up somehow. YOLO siege.
But Bulgarians don't have a siege bonus until Imperial Age.
He's gonna buy Kreposts, maybe?
No idea.
Low HP Vil, goodbye.
Yep.
There's the GG. And
Dominant
Hera
series
4
from
to
Hera.
1. The matchup he loses is the Catan's Romans, which still he played pretty well in that game.
He did. The only game that Yo had a chance in was the one where Hera basically shot himself in the foot in Dark Age, and Yo also had the best Arabia Civ. Pretty darn decisive, and Hera will make another finals. And well deserved for him.
Yes, and G for Hera. So we'll figure out, will he play Viper or will he play a Vinchester? So this next semifinals will be a matchup of the KOTD4 finals. Viper
yes.
Vinch. And remember in KOTD4, Vinchester did beat Hera. He played pretty much the exact same style he did against Leary. The Dark Ages might have been a bit different, but the Castle to Imperial Age transition of Horde, Castle, Faster, Imp, Arbalest was what he did, and pulled it off very successfully until Viper shut him down in the finals.
Yeah, that was like Vinch ran the gauntlet in that that time. Anyway,
Vinch
that
is
is
easily fourth seed. Well,
Yeah.
he is top 4.
Yeah, I need to head off now, but thanks for casting with me, T West. Was a lot of fun.
All right, thank you, Ornlu. I'll see you later.
See you later.
Have a good rest of your day. And also, thank you for bringing good luck for my internet that has held up so far.
Yes, it has, and best of luck for the rest of the day. Anyway,
All right,
see you, man.
later. Everyone give some flowers to Ornlu.
Oh, thanks. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Really appreciate it. Hope you had fun.